My name's Christina. Originally, I'm from Texas, where I lived for at least 5 years, and recently was traveling back and forth from Tampa, Florida to Houston, because that's where my daughter is. And I've been in Tampa for since February, and that's where this incident actually happened on June 17th in Tampa, Florida. I'm a traveling sales independent contractor. I sell a cleaning solution. So typically from August to May, I'm on the road on and off, all mid-states as well as East Coast. And I'm pretty basic when I'm not working. I have my daughter, who means the most to me. She is about to be 3 in January. So I've always been in sales. I've been on and off with the company I work for 10 years. I used to work for the wholesalers that actually live in Brooksville. Before that, I was a regional sales manager for Petland. I covered multiple states, Kansas, Texas, and Florida. And then before that, I've always just been in traveling sales. I'm an independent contractor, so there's no insurances. Everything is you on your own, you make your own money. Before I was an independent contractor, I did go through my company and I had health insurance, dental insurance. When I left that company, I lost my insurance, of course. Never applied for Medicaid, just never really thought about it, just for the fact that I was working, didn't think I got approved, but also I was healthy and being young, so I'd never been to the doctors before, and then the dentist I would just pay out of pocket. There's a lot of people out there that don't have health insurance for the same reason as me, or they just can't afford it for their families. No one expects a catastrophic event to happen to you. And then when it does happen, you're kind of screwed when you don't have insurance. Yeah. It was June 17th. A little later in the day, I was hanging up these lanterns that go around the top of your balcony. I was living on the 4th floor, and the stool that I was standing on wasn't very sturdy. That was just me being dumb. And I fell from the 4th story off my balcony onto the cement walkway. A lot of people ask me, that must have been really scary falling down. But I actually don't remember anything after that. I don't remember actually falling. The next thing you know, I woke up in a stretcher in the hospital with a chaplain over me telling me to say my last words because they thought I wasn't going to make it. From there, they then said that I was going to be paralyzed from my neck down. I've had multiple surgeries, pelvic surgery, I had 2 back fractures, my rib cage, and then I had surgery in the back of my neck. Right now I have metal, they look like screws in my pelvic area. So a lot of things that were involved just from the fall itself. But for future, my blood pressure will always have to be checked on. I'm in the process right now. It's a little embarrassing, but to be able to go to the bathroom on my own and be able to hold it and go when I need to go. So right now it's kind of all over the place. I do need straight caths sometimes. Some people who have an injury like mine have to straight cath for the rest of their lives. They don't even get the chance to even go to the bathroom on their own again. Thankfully, that's not my case. So there is a lot of different things that are included. I can go through AD, so if I'm holding in going to the bathroom or doing my blood pressure pills, I could get really lightheaded and pass out. So, and it's not just that, it's a long road ahead of me. So changing my life, not only can I not walk, but it's gonna be a lot of physical and occupational therapy for years. Some people can walk and some people can't. I have a 40% chance too. And the process of getting there is also mentally challenging. So a lot of changes mentally. Two things I realized is one, I've gained a lot of patience since my injury, and two, I've gained a lot of just thankfulness, being grateful for the little things that are coming here and there, things that I was not grateful before, no matter how small or big. I am very grateful for now. Yeah. So I was uninsured, like I said, when the accident happened. I was unconscious in the hospital. My mom flew out, sister flew out from Baltimore. They actually, then with the caseworker, worked together to file for disability as well as Medicaid. It took a bit to kick in, but at the time, it wasn't necessary to have it right away because Tampa General Hospital approved for 1 month of coverage, and then thankfully approved for the second month. I believe my coverage ended on September 20th, and Medicaid never took over because they will not pay for acute rehab for more than 2 weeks. So I've been uninsured at this location since the 20th of September. I need intensive physical therapy and occupational therapy to get to where I need to be, like I said, my full potential. Going to a 24-hour nursing facility doesn't have electrotherapy. They don't have all of those things that are designed or designated for necessarily people that have a spinal cord injury. This is just regular therapy, stretching, like as if you had a fracture and things like that. They don't specialize in anything to do with, like I said, my particular spinal cord injury. I know that Medicaid covers some 24-hour nursing facilities, but that's not something that would actually help me reach my full potential. So to me, my full potential would be as much physical and occupational therapy that are intensive and working 100% while I'm in therapy, where I want to be at the end of everything. Even though it might quite take some time, I have a 40% chance of walking, and I wholeheartedly believe that I will walk again. But not only that, be able to use my hand functions a lot more precisely. So having the access to care like I do now at New Life has made it completely different in regards to meeting my full potential. When I first got here, I couldn't even lift up my arms, and I didn't have a voice for 30 days. So I had a speech therapist, occupational therapist, and a physical therapist. So you can imagine my days were really busy and exhausting, but I couldn't even lift up my arms. I couldn't even move my right leg or toes or anything, so it was really scary just seeing my body kind of limp there, wondering where am I going to be. But one thing that really got to me was when they would sit me up, I felt like I was going to immediately pass out. I couldn't even sit up at all. They would check my blood pressure, so I couldn't even take a shower or anything like that. It slowly had to keep getting up day by day. Finally, 10 minutes I can sit up, 15 without getting dizzy. Now I'm sitting up on my own and I can take a shower and do normal things in my wheelchair without feeling I was going to pass out. When I started sitting up, then I could actually do my therapy. So I started gaining more muscle in little areas, but you don't realize you're going from like a baby to a toddler to an adult all over again when it comes to your muscles, especially when you're staying in a hospital bed for 30 days and then staying here in bed when I first got here, not being able to move around like normal. So it's just a lot of little things that add up.
I've been at New Life for 7 years, and I became a board-certified neuroclinical specialist in 2020. We did her first initial evaluation for physical therapy just to assess what muscle she did have set some goals, and then we've been treating her every week since then, and she's made a ton of progress. We've seen her go from not moving her legs at all to now initiating this right leg swinging. She's using her quad right now. She said she moved her left toes last week. We got her a custom power chair, so now she's independent out of her bed. She can drive all that on her own. So essentially, we've been trying to focus on her functional mobility skills. So anything involving rolling, sitting, standing, moving, anything involving movement.
Another thing too, like the first 3 months, you start gaining a lot of stuff back, makes you really excited, but then things start to progress not as fast. So then you also have to take, that's where I said the patience comes along. Being patient, like, right now I don't see a difference today, I might not the next day, but overall, you can look back and say, well, last week I couldn't even pick up this pen or pick up this cup. So that's when you start realizing the progress. The other day I was like, can I get 3-pound weights for my room so I can work out? They were like, we don't have any 3-pound weights, we only have 1-pound weights. The 1-pound weights, this is a couple of weeks back, were too heavy for me. So I thought it was funny, I was asking for 3 pounds. There's no way I would have been able to pick that up. Just every day is just getting better, getting stronger, but it's a learning curve.
And she's doing a phenomenal job because she is super, super highly motivated. Everything I give her, she wants to do it. She is like one of the only patients that asks to do extra. I would have to set her up with exercises within her room. Remember the trapeze I set up for you?
Yeah.
Insurance is constantly working against people with spinal cord injuries in particular because your nervous system recovers so slowly. Insurance gives you a bucket of time, and your nervous system doesn't always meet that cookie cutter time frame that insurance might be looking for. So it's our job as therapists to help show insurance how someone is doing better, what their potential is, why they need more rehab, because honestly, she could use this type of intensive therapy every day, a significant amount of time for months. You're talking about access. Unfortunately, not a lot of people have that access to the intensity of the therapy they need, which could significantly impact them meeting their rehab prognosis. So their rehab prognosis might be really, really great, but if they don't have the necessary availability or the resources to achieve that, and that's the hard part. Your question was very loaded because that's the most unfortunate part of our job. And of course, we're grateful for what insurance does, but I think the healthcare system is constantly having to advocate for patients, and Christina does an excellent job advocating for herself as well.
You have to have a lot of determination and strength and repetition to be able to get anywhere. I know some people get down, feel depressed, and they don't try, and so they don't meet their full potential because they kind of just, swallow themselves up in that, depression of life change. Me, I'm trying to take it a different route and just keep staying determined and active and going through therapy and put my 100% into it. I definitely have all intentions to going back to work. I love my job and what I do. I also clearly need to make money to support myself and my daughter. So I would like to be able to get back to work as soon as possible. Throughout the situation, I've accrued a lot of debt. In the hospital alone, I was there for 30 days, and I over 1.5 million. Medicaid covered 23,000 of it. And then also, of course, this facility was covered for the first 2 months, but since September 20th,